continuing with my expert grid playthrough of Final Fantasy X. Much like the regular playthrough that I did a walkthrough for, I'll be trying to be as overpowered as possible. And with the expert grid it's slightly different. Wouldn't really do break HP limit with this grid because it has a lot fewer total nodes, but you can do a lot of fun stuff with it anyway. So Lulu just a little bit behind Yuna, but I'm going to be pretty much stopping using Lulu now anyway. And yeah, need a couple of ability spheres as well, so I'll have to bear that in mind. Kimahri and Waka, they're still just good to go and sit there, and so is Tidus. So we're just going to be carrying on. Tell Keynote to get stuffed.
What do you...
Yeah.
Those who turn from...
Shut up, Keynote. Anyway, so we've got to get through this little cutscene type bit. See more again. You don't look well, you blue-haired psychopath. Anyway.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Send him.
But you.
Yeah.
Until sin.
Oh. Anyway, so we're just gonna keep.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next thing is we're just gonna do the Djose Highroad and the temple. Get the destruction sphere, which gets you either a luck sphere or a magic sphere. I think it gets you a magic sphere actually, which is cool. And I'll use that on Yuna, obviously, so she can become even stronger. So Yuna will be absolutely kicking ass with the magic, and yeah, all good.
Sin.
Yeah, we know. You said already.
But that doesn't...
Anyway.
Sin is...
What?
So we killed all those people.
What do you mean,
just
yeah?
for a chance to see me?
Anyway.
That's what he wanted to show. Do you know?
This game's great, but it doesn't make a lot of sense half the time. Anyway.
So you... As long as he wants you to...
You got it.
Yeah.
How do you know?
How do you know all this? Can backtrack all the way to Besaid at the minute, I think, if you want to. If necessary, but not going to do on this playthrough, there's no point. But you can get a jet sphere. You want to wait until after the jet spheres are available, really, before you do that. Excuse me. Alrighty. So we're just going to carry on. Was debating getting Steel and Use now with Kimahri, which I could do fairly easily. But decided against it in the end. Why did I just do that? Anyway. Yeah. Lucky to be alive, but you're stupid to be almost dead, to be perfectly honest. Anyway. What have you got? Oh, just that stuff. Yeah. Oh, a couple of minutes of skipping through this stuff again.
She's up.
In dark times, she must shine bright.
Huh?
Now are dark times. Yuna tries hard.
We should help.
If we worry, she tries harder. Do not.
Alright.
Don't worry.
Lol.
Kimahri try too.
Smile, let me see. Sad.
Oh yeah. Good smile. Right, now there is some stuff to grab along here. There's an Albed Primer, but obviously that won't be here now. Right, so we're at 11 hours 7. We did a lot of early game grinding. We're about 5 hours just to Luca. So I did some in Besaid to get haste, and then that allowed me to get more from the SS Licky. Now what have we got? This is weak to fire, this is weak to fire. Ha! So yeah. This is the way things are really going to go most of the time now. Okay, so we can guard with Oren just to get him his turn. Waka comes in, just guard, because we want Waka to be getting S levels as well. Yuna is the main one too. And Lulu we don't give a damn about, so. Right, so I just have to remember that Kimahri can't overkill those yet. So we just need to keep an eye out for what else we can grab. There's a chest over there. Make sure to get that. Oh no, ambushed. Well, Waka will be able to take out the flyers anyway. Got a ton of turns in there, which is very annoying because they're quite quick enemies anyway. Waka take this out. Needs to change his weapon actually. See if Tidus can hit this thing. Which he can't. Yuna take this out before it causes any more damage. And we'll try Oren. And I'll just make sure that I switch to whatever they're weak to, which was ice. And then that allows us to get the overkill for that tiny bit more experience, which is cool. Alright. So we've got this going as well. Make sure you're talking to everybody. Yeah. Excellent. Just put that on Yuna just in case. I think that's where the Albed primer is, or it might be behind that next pillar there. It's here somewhere anyway. Couple of Phoenix downs. Tons of fun.
I'll take you all on.
Tidus hits that one. Nice enough. Ah, yeah, Orin has cheer as well. That's cool. Right, so that Waka hit this. Oren can cheer. And then hopefully Kimahri can overkill this thing just for that tiny extra bit of EXP. These are weak to fire actually, so if he doesn't, then I could just switch to that fire strike weapon with him. But he can with a cheer, so that's cool. Is that a sleep ward for Waka? Yeah, it is. That's cool. That'll be useful. Just switch to that. Not a lot of things can inflict confuse, although I'll change back to the confuse one probably for the thunder planes, because the flyers can. Oh look, Simurg, that's quite rare. Weak to fire, so it doesn't get the overkill there. Oh wow, Oren actually missed. Crazy. And so did Tidus, that's a bit rude. Alright, so I'll get Yuna's turn healing up there. And then Kimahri can finish this thing off. Even Tidus to kill this thing. And again, we don't have to focus too much on the overkills at the minute. Because whilst I'll get them against most enemies, we'll really be racking up the damage soon anyway. So as soon as we get to Thunder Plains, it's pretty much over. This is going to do about 2,000 damage. Well, close enough. Tidus gets the overkill there. And then we'll have Waka take a turn, and then Orin can kill it next time. Might as well get that tiny bit of MP back. Did Kimahri get a turn? I don't think he did. Oh well. Oh, still get the overkill. That's crazy. Could always have Yuna kill those things instead. It's funny because Yuna's actually like the main damage dealer now. Another ether there. So yeah, you tend to get items from pretty much all of these things, all of these guys when you're talking to them around here. Ooh, ambush, that's no good. Fortunately that misses Waka. I think getting hit should count as a turn. That'd be better. Anyway. What do we want to do? Kill these things first. Might as well darkness this thing. Okay, so alright, so we're just going to make sure that everybody takes a turn. Might as well make Tidus's Yuna so that she can use Asuna wherever that is on Orin. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, so that's Orin. Get an attack in there. And then this thing will go down again. Now there's also a thing that Kimahri can lance it from these, so we're going to do that as well. And then Yuna can finish it off again. Or Terra, just for something a bit different. So yeah, as soon as you get the Aras, Yuna becomes your main damage dealer and, when you're doing it this sort of way, until you get to the Thunder Plains. And I'm getting plenty of ability spheres there as well, which is cool. So, a load of potions and healing items to pick up here. Let's just heal up with Yuna. Always effective to heal outside a battle. So Yuna has 2 more S levels, which is great because not only does she get Thundara, so she's only got 1 left of those to get. Now I could go up this way and get Drain, but I'm not going to. It's not really necessary. Don't use it very often anyway, so I'm just going to carry on with all this stuff. And instead of going for Reflex and through the rest of Lulu's grid, I don't really use Bio or Death or anything like that, or Demi, so instead I'm just going to go up through a little bit of her grid, get that magic 4 there, and maybe detour for that magic, but I doubt it. So I'll just go for this magic 4 and protect, and then come through here. So I haven't made that decision yet. That's a little way off, so we'll just see how we feel at the time. But for now, I am going to use this magic sphere to increase her damage even more. Booyah! So we've just got Blizzara left to get. Yep. Getting closer. And then Orin continues to make his way to the center, and everybody else just sits tight. So yeah. can just use my turns with Tidus to cast haste on these things, on Yuna, because the more turns she gets, the better. Kill that thing like that. Kimahri, take a turn.
As you wish.
And even though Oren misses, it doesn't really matter, because then Yuna comes in and just finishes him off. Easy overkill. Even though these things have really high magic defense, Yuna's just so powerful that it doesn't really matter. So again, another couple of hundred there. Plenty of spheres and everything else. So
Hey!
Still.
First down the moon, then we cross the thunder.
just a quick little,
And
you know,
before
run
that,
through.
we get to pray at the temple in Djose.
We
Why
can't
are you
just
so
skip
excited?
all that. Can we? Huh?
No, because we want Ixion.
I have to
Duh.
pray to the faith in
Anyway.
every temple in order to earn the final Aeon.
That's a
Yeah, plus more
summoner's
Aeons is
training.
cool.
She's gotta prepare mind and body, all just to get ready for the final summoning.
Must be tough, Yuna.
Yes, yes, it
I'll
is.
be fine with you here.
Oh, what? How does he make such a big difference? Anyway. So, just going to carry on now.
Hey, new guy.
Me?
Ooh.
What can I do?
Don't tell you.
Uh,
You know, she would. We do not.
I see. Yeah, but even if I did,
You know.
come to
Mhm.
think of it, did I really have to know about Jekt? What about my feelings?
Better than you finding out at a critical moment, becoming emotional.
What?
I heard you would.
Yeah. Hey, I still don't buy.
Man, he talks some crap to us in this game. Anyway, so we're here, that's all good. These weird little baby Yoda looking things.
Yuna, it is good. Yourselves as well.
Yeah,
Captain.
yeah, yeah.
We escaped with of all our choke.
We make pretty poor
Oh,
We turned our backs on this. Just you now.
yeah,
so
yeah.
many
We
There
should.
it was. Anyway, there's a few people on this bridge that you want to talk to on the way back, but right now they're not here, so it's not an issue.
Is that the?
Alright. Pretty cool temple. Just looks pretty standard the rest of the time, but that's pretty cool. Gee, I wonder what element you get from there.
The lightning mushroom rock.
That means another
Another summoner?
What if it's done?
Another summoner?
We have to hurry.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mad. Anyway, what stuff have we got here? Definitely some chests around here somewhere. Oh yeah, that guy stood in front of there. Get that on the way back. Basilisk and not you. Yeah, yeah. You can buy these things, but there's not really any point. You can get ones a little bit later that are better, because they have free slots when you get them in the Thunder Plains. So you can customize things with Riku, so I would never buy any of those. And obviously in this one I was lucky enough to get that strength plus 10 anyway, so that's cool. Bunch of ability spheres there as well. Is that Gata? Yeah.
Where is he?
I found
He's
him.
dead, motherfucker.
He was torn in half.
Oh dear.
That idiot.
What?
Yeah.
What do I do now? I can't do this. I'm going back to Besaid.
Sounds like a good idea. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that crap. Anyway, get all this. Anything at this side to pick up? No. So we just got to get through this temple as quickly as possible. There's no bosses or anything in here, just a bit more dialogue and stories and whatever else. I think there's a chest over here somewhere with a bunch of gil, so I'll have to try and get that as well.
I beg your pardon.
I am Summoner Yuna.
As I...
Oh yeah, it's this guy.
My father. You knew him?
No,
Fantastic.
I am a
I'm fussy.
and I'm guarding my... Since I was a child, I wished I would summon... You must have... I believe you...
I'm not really. I've only just become a summoner.
Of course. So perhaps we should race.
Very well then. I accept your challenge.
There's all these other summoners, why don't you just let them do it?
Yes.
Anyway, bizarre. Why is the electricity not sending their hair funny from all the static? Asking the real questions. There's definitely a chest around here somewhere. I'm sure there is. Let's have a look. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. I could be thinking of Macalania actually. Yeah, I'm thinking of Macalania. Grab this stuff. Mega Phoenix, very good. Oh dear. Cool, right, so got all that stuff and now it's time to just go and do the temple. Get Ixion and like I say, I believe a magic sphere.
You. Moroda's heard.
I heard it from the... Seems that summoners have been...
It could just be...
Sorry, I don't know. Ain't much future for a...
What?
We're talking about doing...
Please be...
How are they brothers when they look so completely different in colour?
Oh.
We're leaving!
Be right there.
Wanna ask your mama? Why would... Anyway. Why would Tidus be going in separately, I was going to say. Right, okay, let's do this.
We are
ready.
All right.
Let's do this. Oh, I always forget this temple, what you have to do. Not exactly, I know the rough outline, but I'm just trying to remember which is which. Remember, you have to power this thing up. And you have to get everything lit. Actually, put this here first. It's just a lot of back and forth, this one, if I remember. So we do this first, and then you gotta like power one up. Why can you only hold one sphere at a time? Seriously. Put it in your pocket or something, Tidus. Anyway. Alright, so then we gotta push this thing, and it like super duper powers one up or something. And that lets you do the sort of walkway thing, right? I think. Let's try. We put this here. Makes the glyph. Right. Yep, and we got to take these two, put them back in the pedestal, jump across on the pedestal, bring it back. Yeah, I remember. think we're good now. This lights the middle of the eye. Alright, and then you sort of jump across, push this thing in. No dirty jokes, please. Right, so that lights the eye. Then you jump back across, summon the platform back, and then light up all the different parts of the square, I think. Where are the other two gone? Do you have to take these two from the... Are they lit already? I can't remember how you light those two. Oh yeah, I can. Put that one back in there. Do you have to push this thing the whole way, or can you just summon it back here somehow? Oh, that's so annoying. You should just be able to summon it into this room. I don't think you can even push it down the stairs or anything like that either. Let's try. No, you can't. Gosh darn it. Oh well, tiny bit of running. The destruction sphere thing in this is stupid as well. It's not even a puzzle, it's just there's this random glyph appears on the wall and you got to press it. You don't have to do anything special with it. Anyway. Light these wings up and then we're good. Tuneless humming. Right, so you put that up, light all the different parts, makes the platform, grab the destruction sphere before you go up. Safe. Glyph appears. Tiger destruction sphere. Okay. Awesome. Where's the recess gone? Right, you gotta push all these things in, I remember that. And then somehow you put the destruction sphere in a recess. Right, so... Ah, yeah, there you go. So the pedestal appears after you open that. And then you just put the destruction sphere in here, if I remember correctly. Magic, please. Where's the next available thing going to be? Right, well I can use that there as well. And that'll be great. Or I can save it till a little bit later and boost Kimahri's magic as well. Whenever they have a crossover, but it's not really worth doing that, so I'll just hang on to it for now. Let's go and get Ixion.
We wait.
You should try to settle down.
Yeah.
Stop pacing.
You should try to settle. Well, still travel.
Yeah.
What is it you tell?
You. What of it?
Mm-hmm.
Again, Arin, you're the real.
How can they shake his hand then? Those of you who've played the game before and know what's up.
Thank you.
Makes no sense.
Calling the
Anyway.
personal-
And you call yourself
Anyway.
a summoner?
Well,
Hang in there.
cat fight. Anyway, that's Ixion all sorted.
You owe much to your father.
Gonna be carrying on with all this.
All these guardians. And Sir Oren too? And I hear Maester Seymour's quite taken with you. The world must look different.
This has nothing to do with
Yeah,
my
yeah,
father.
yeah.
I am traveling
Well,
on
it
my
does a
own
little.
as a full-fledged summoner.
Oh, is that so?
You were just telling the other guy that you were
Try
barely even ready.
standing
Anyway.
on your own two legs for once.
Alright.
Your guardians.
She makes no sense. Anyway. Ixion. Ixion's kind of lame. It's not that quick. It's a little. He's kind of strongish, I suppose, but yeah. Anyway. Switch hitter. That's quite a powerful one for Waka, I think. Yeah, strength +8. Not bad at all. Stick with these for now. So I have an extra sensor. Alright.
Donna.
Go grab Yuna so we can carry on. He apologises for sleeping in like it matters.
I'm going back to
Yeah.
most of the other I'll go
Okay.
She was healing the wound.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Ah. Morning.
What?
Don't worry.
But it's...
Lol.
I'm so...
Don't worry.
No drama. And then Oren just makes her go and feel terrible about it. Jeez. Rude. Teehee.
Really, there's no...
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woke... What is it today? Everyone's picking on me.
Oh. Big meanies.
Oh, you too, Sir Oren?
Once Lady Yuna.
Big lols. Ah, little light-hearted
And really,
bullying to start the day.
The only one really
Jeez.
laughing must have been.
More salient points there, Tidus, you big clown. Alright, so that's Djose boxed off in roughly half an hour. It's got to do Moonflow, and then we get Riku, woo! With the weirdly sexualized intro considering she's supposed to be 15. Give me the halberd, yeah. Halberd's good. Better in the other playthrough that I was doing where Kimahri has Holy. But, you know. It's all good. And that's Kyo, who's really good if you wanted another defender. Ton of potions there and stuff like that.
Off so early?
If you were wanting to leave Blitzball until a little bit later, because you can't use the return sphere yet anyway in this playthrough, so I didn't have to do it in Luca, then you could have signed Jumal and Zevronso and maybe Wedge for one game. So, not like you need the money, but if you wanted the money for something else, then you could sign the Luca players before you set off on me and Highroad, and then when you get here, you could you'd have Rop from me and Highroad in the travel in where we fought Chocobo, Chocobo Eater in the last episode, and then you could get sign Kyo there as well. So then your team would be Jamal in goal,
Where to?
with Kyo and Rop, who are brilliant defenders. Zev at midfield, and then Tidus and Wedge at forward. And that's a very, very, very good team. Or you can put keep one of the defenders, have Kyo as one of the other defenders, and then have Jamal like Jamal either Jasu or Bota, and then Kyo. And yeah, and then you can have Zev at forward with Tidus and Rop, which is really good. Really good. Right, so we're just going to go through all this stuff again. Right, so that's good because he gets the overkill there. So we'll have Kimahri try and hit, but he'll probably miss. Then we'll have Tidus try and hit, but he'll probably miss. And then Waka can finish it off. Ah, damn, that should have been Tidus' turn. Yeah. Never mind, I'll let it have another turn. Oh, cool, it actually hit. That's good. Alright. I will be getting Tidus another 4 luck, which is extremely useful with him. But not just yet. Some more level 1 key spheres. There's Shalinda again.
Only the truly.
Yeah. Nobody has a chance.
I'm thinking of going. I have not spoken.
Alright, nobody cares. You're not going to heal me? I don't really care then. Carry on. Duran and Yankee being complete douchebags. Right, so actually just going to switch to Nightmare for this. That's a cool looking sword as well. Anyway, and you can sometimes have you know, have that sort of turn, which is good. Ooh. Right, we'll get rid of this thing first. Then we'll have Waka have a turn.
Go!
And then we can put it to sleep. And as long as Tidus always gets a turn, you can put it to sleep for 1 turn, which is really cool every time. So Kimahri's had a turn. Might as well get Lulu a turn in this one. Yeah, we do, but we've got somebody a lot more skillful than you, so yeah. Anyway. And again, you can. The reason I switched to my sleep strike weapon is if you get one, then you can always put this thing to sleep and you don't have to worry about it getting turns, which is cool. I might just use Tidus Overdrive on this, because you do want to be using them as often as possible. Let's see how much this does. I'll hit it one more time and then should be able to overdrive it after that. Alright, so that'll be that. It should be an overkill. Decent amount of AP for everybody. Alright. And we get the Slayer there as well. I'll just leave Tidus with that for now, the sleep strike weapon, because you can fight more Ochos on here, obviously. All right, mate. Can't you have some sort of cosmetic horn replacement surgery? You'd think so. Glue it back on. I suppose all the other Ronso would, you know, be missing it.
Do those?
Anyway.
What?
Kimahri will deal with.
And I.
Kimahri up.
But.
It's Kimahri. You can't interfere.
Anyway.
Let the Ronso deal. That's how it's all.
I mean, I'm worried.
Not about that.
They aren't just...
She's got like 6 guardians by the time we get Riku. Ridiculous. Good job you have more guardians, otherwise it'd be a boring game if you only had like 3 people in your party. I wonder if they'll ever do that. Anyway, oh, we got ambushed. Problem. Nice dodge, nice dodge. Ow! Right, so, kill this thing. Nice overkill. Not like it's going to make a difference, but might as well have a turn there. Ow. Don't have any other skills yet, that's the only problem with doing things this way. Don't want to be healing that thing again. Should have got her in a turn. I'll get her in a turn now. Just quickly switch through things, make sure that everybody gets a turn like that. And then we want what? Fire? Yeah, fire. Fire and ice. Ridiculous damage there again, and she's got all that extra magic from the +4 node that we put in that section of the grid as well. Somebody not get a turn then? Oh yeah, just Lou. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, we're just going to carry on making our way to Moonflow. Even though you get Riku at the end of this section, you don't get customized until you get a little bit further on. Okay. Did Waka overkill this before? I can't remember. Doesn't have Water Strike, but yeah, he did. That's good. Kimahri can just defend there. Then we got Orin and Tidus, and if Tidus doesn't kill it, Yuna will. Puts it to sleep is always a bonus.
All right.
And there we go. Another overkill, another easy victory. Good game. So you can see you get like quite a reasonable amount of experience there. Actually just going to use this magic sphere again here. So Yuna does like colossal damage now because her magic is up to 36, which is huge. Orin. Let's have a look. I haven't decided what I'll do with Orin yet because I could just leave him here until we get to the Thunder Plains and get the Strength Spheres, and then that'll save him an S level, because instead of coming here and then coming back to get these ones, I'll be able to just stay here, get these ones, then use the S levels to get around to this bit, and then use a return sphere immediately. So I'll do that because that'll work out better for him. Everybody else just sit still for now. More level 1 key spheres, so missing those ones from Chocobo Eater really doesn't matter. We got Ochu again. I'll just kill the wolf with Waka first. Get rid of it. No overkill, but not a massive deal. Let's use Orin's turn, hasting Tidus. This thing takes its turn. Tidus can use haste as well. I'll use attack reels just to make it go a little quicker. Whoops. That was terrible. I forgot what my timing was there. Never mind. get back in the groove of doing it after you've used it a few times. Especially for endgame. Still does good damage. Might as well use that as well, just to get Orin his turn quicker, so that he can get Yuna back in. And with this thing being weak to fire, let's wail on that. Having two people with haste is so useful. She just does massive damage now. And that's the overkill. Easy. So as you can see, the battles are taking a lot less time now as well. Because instead of wasting turns, Yuna is the your most powerful turn instead. So that's really good. Another one of these battles. Okay, so Waka will be able to take out that thing. Ochu will get one turn. And then Yuna can just start wailing on this thing again.
Training, huh?
And that's that. So you can rip off those that 9,000 health or whatever this thing has pretty quickly. All things considered. Oh, I forgot to have Kimahri turn. Oh well, never mind. You can see Belgamine in the distance, so I'll just need to get in one more fight before I speak to her. So I can build up overdrive for the Aeon. Ow! So Yuna's running down on MP a little bit, so I'll have to use Lancet at some point. Another overkill there. Oh! Orin actually landed the hit, never mind. So I've just got the overkills there, and then I'll hopefully get into a fight against something a little bit better. In fact, what I'm going to do is, no matter what comes out this time, I'm just going to have Yuna in there. I don't have first strike yet, so not much point switching to that yet, because I was just thinking I'll switch to my first strike sword, but I don't have it yet, because I don't have customize. So yeah, just going to get in one more fight, build up the Aeon overdrive, and then go from there.
Oh yeah!
Let them come.
Good, good. Killed that thing. Just going to boost here because we'll take a ton of damage from the blizzard. Quickly build up the overdrive. And then just to make sure we survive this next blizzard or two. till we've got full ability there. Right, so we should be able to overkill this and then go from there as well. So we've got to fight Belgemine. She'll heal up the Aeons again. I'll take a few turns just to... Oh, I didn't get all the turns. Oh well, never mind. Take a few turns there.
You've seen in the end.
Yeah.
You are right. I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have.
All right. So you get to see the new Aeon as you do every time against Belgemine.
Whichever.
So I'm just going to use A for it because it'll do the most damage and it can heal itself if needed as well. So let's see what does more damage. Oh, what white magic do you have? That does 705. Ow. Yeah. Well, it does marginally more. We'll do that. Just hit it a couple of times and then smack it with a overdrive for the overkill. Right, it should be alright now. Well, this better kill. I'm pretty sure it will. Wrecked. Wow, that did ridiculous damage. I probably would have killed it almost outright. Easy.
Stop.
Easy.
You're good. Here.
Cool. Right, so we just got to skip through this tutorial quickly. Give these things whatever you want. I think probably that one of the first times I actually use this is to one of the first things I actually use this to do is I don't really use it much until you get Anima, and then I teach her haste and flare and I think double cast if she doesn't know it already. Haste, reflect, flare, double cast, which is really good. Alright, and then you can beat Jumbo Flan much quicker, so okay. Magic Defense Sphere, very nice.
I should have slept in this morning.
You already did. Alright, let's try and Lancet something. See if we can get any MP back with Yuna. Oh, she's somehow all healed up. Oh well, never mind.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's him done. Wonder if I can sleep this. Nope. Oh yeah, you can. Good-o. Advantage of having that sleep strike. And then fire her on this thing again. Easy overkill. Yeah, so you can see we're pretty much flying through the levels now because they're overkilling everything. So again, everybody just sitting tight apart from Yuna, who's making her way around the grid. And that'll be magic defense increased as well. So here I could use either a magic defense sphere or an HP sphere. because Tidus and Orin will both be able to activate that. I'm thinking maybe magic defense would be better because they have quite low magic defense, but I don't have to do that just yet. So I'm just going to carry on.
This. These are.
Anyway, just got to get through this.
They say that cloud. The entire rip. Hey,
We're not waiting.
Then, once we...
All right. So, just skipping through all this stuff again. We've got to go through Moonflow. A couple of things that can be quite interesting to buy. There's a Dark Touch weapon for Orin, but it's actually better if you just wait till you get customized, buy a load of eye drops and customize those instead, because you can put them on the Piercing and Strength +5 weapon that you can buy, which is really quite useful. So I'll do that this playthrough. You can do that with either eye drops for darkness or echo screens for silence touch, which is also quite useful. So I'll definitely do that with one of them.
Whoa!
Ride the shoe puff. So yeah, got this. If you didn't get Jumal as your keeper for Blitzball and you're wanting to play any Blitzball, then Miu here is one of the absolute best keepers apart from him.
This. Whoa.
She looks cooler as well, but yeah. Don't think she knows Super Goalie, and she does cost more as well, so it depends. Phoenix Downs there. See what Awaka's got. Switch Hitter's kind of cool, but we've already got it. Poison Touch. That one's cool. Actually, if you wanted Poison Touch, that's good. Poison Ward, kind of useful. So he does have some good stuff, but...
Shoe puffs.
What?
Well, remember.
Shoe puffs. Yuna jump.
Huh.
Kimahri.
Whoops.
Oh, sounds fun. What's up, dog?
Iran is summoner's dis.
Right.
Cool. Right, so what armors have they got? I never really buy anything as we're going along, but like some of them are quite interesting. I seem to remember that being quite useful for something, but I'm alright. What have they got? So you could get like poison wards, silence wards, that kind of stuff. Stone wards if you want. I think there's an Albed Primer there. I seem to remember there being something to collect, but seems how there's nothing.
Jax. Surprised.
What?
He was drunk.
Yeah.
We offered all object, but it would seem
Right, so don't buy anything from there. Right, cool.
What's wrong?
This guy won't let our...
It is.
How are you going to get a chocobo and a shoop off? Let's just be realistic, you know?
So what?
Hey, I didn't.
I think there's a load of gil to pick up in that chest or something.
We will find a fort. Yes, Captain.
But
Where there's a... That's our... yeah.
Alright, for her, she's on blimmin' chocobo.
Where there's a those words. I wonder how.
She's dead, mate. Probably. Let's be honest. Nope. Shut up, Machen, you tool. Now, one of these people is the one who can sell pretty cool weapons, but... So it must be this person. So yeah, if you want to buy some stuff, I think this person has a few good ones. Yeah, the Blue Moon, that's pretty decent, so that one's not bad. And then there's the one with Sensor and Strength +5 for Tidus, that's quite cool. Want a sensor weapon for him.
Riding a ship.
How little. Some things. Right?
Uh-huh.
The driver know.
Right, so we're just going to save it, and then that's that. 12 hours, making pretty good time, I would say. Not normally particularly quick at games, I don't speed run them, for example. I like to be thorough. But in this one, we're okay. So, I thought it was this guy that we talked to. Does he sell things as well then? No. Right. Okay, anyway, so we've got Tidus and Waka, good to go. This boss fight that you have to do with Tidus and Waka is actually really easy if you've got Slayer. Because it keeps summoning loads of other stuff to fight with you. And you can just keep repeatedly smacking it with overdrives, which is cool. Until it dies. Which is what we're going to do. I don't have slow yet with Tidus, because obviously we're still stuck in the same part of the grid whilst we wait for the Thunder Plains.
Huh?
Take a look.
What? Whoa! A sunken city.
Cool.
Mocking us. They built the city on.
But the weight of the city caused the...
Right. It's a good.
A lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, get better
Why
structural
build a city
engineers.
Well...
Nope. That. They just wanted to prove that.
Yeah.
Devin has to- when humans have. If you don't stop them.
He's not wrong. Anyway, so we've got a little cutscene.
Yeah,
You're gonna
but
get kidnapped.
like the stadium.
So yet again, proving that having like
Which
5
Machina-
guardians makes no
So
blimmin'
what
difference
kind of-
at all.
Remember up.
Or war will...
War?
More than 1,000... Mankind waged war.
They kept building more.
They made weapons. It was thought that... The people feared...
Yeah.
But the war did not stop.
What?
Sin came. The war
Oh,
and our... re-
So sins are.
it's been 1,000 years.
Man,
People still think they can just sort of like
Yeah.
make up for it.
but it's not.
Only...
It's because of people like the.
Uh-oh. On the Arbed thing again. Boss music!
Sit down.
Oh, hitting the shoe puff.
The out there.
Whoa. Mate. Absolute rubbish. So yeah, this fight, because they've both got Slayer, actually pretty easy. Just get Tidus to cast haste and then cheer, and just go from there really. He's got Sleep Strike, but that's not going to work in this, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just change the sword. Should have done that already, but never mind. And they've got Lancet in this playthrough, so can heal themselves up a little bit. So, haste on Tidus first. So yeah, this thing's weak to lightning. I think you can darkness it. Nope, no you can't. I was totally wrong. Okay. So now that they're both hasted, Tidus can just use Cheer. I'm thinking of a different boss. I'm thinking of the earlier Sin Spawn one where you can take out all the extras, but never mind. This thing will go down relatively early anyway. Whoops. Right, so I'm just going to use Cheer one more time, and then I'm just going to switch to the Baroque Sword, get that little bit of extra damage. Get one more hit on, and then I think Slice and Dice will probably kill it. In fact, it should easily kill it. Okay. Well, it'll definitely kill it. I'm thinking it should overkill it as well. 6 hits of 300. 1800 can't be that overkill. Yeah. Okay. Easily smash that thing again. Quite how they didn't know that that was going to blow up with Yuna on it, I have no idea, but... Boom. Dead Seas. Good stuff. Yay. Oh, nearly doing that lightning dodging, which is cool.
I'm sorry. We're all okay now.
Yuna.
Yep, carry on. Full speed ahead.
Damn the out. What do they want? Could I have something to... What do they have to... Wait. Oh, what? They're mad about Operation Meehan.
I wonder. Didn't Kimahri's about some...
Those sad...
Mate.
Hey, what? It's no use.
How does he not know that Riku's Albed as well? Anyway. So we got all this stuff.
We'll protect Yuna from anyone, anywhere. It's that easy.
Yes, yes.
That's all I need to know.
Super.
You're...
Get moving, shoe puff. Right. So now we get Riku. We have her tutorial and things like that. She also has Steel, which is good. And then very shortly afterwards... well, you're not doing so bang up. Yeah, yeah, really, let's be honest.
Looks like we're stuck.
Alright. Nice to get myself stuck, that's no good. What was that shield that I got, I wonder? Let's have a quick check. Oh, okay. Null Blaze, Null Tide, not bad at all. I would do if she was interested in actually doing anything, but yeah. Alright. What are we doing? I hate when I can't remember exactly what I'm supposed to be doing next.
Looks like we're stuck here.
Alright, so you're going to let me talk to Yuna or what? Gosh darn it. Where am I supposed to go? Off the screen, of course. That's me, I think. Yeah, so she's relatively expensive, but she's a really good keeper as well. Yeah. Right, so we've got everybody back with us again, and we find Riku. With, like I say, the weirdly sexualized intro, but yeah.
Thought I was done for back there.
Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I misremember. Riku.
Terrible.
Yeah, you don't look so.
You beat me up, remember?
Huh? Oh.
Oh, that really hurt, you know.
Hmm.
You big meanie.
She's a cool character. And everybody who does the end game has a very soft spot for her because she's like so ridiculously powerful. With Mix.
Pleased to meet.
And she's quick.
Lulu, she was the one who
Riku.
helped me before I was washed.
Wow, so you like all your praise be to
Yeah.
So, Riku, you look a little beat up. You okay?
Waka.
Huh?
Hmm.
There's something.
Oh, Lord.
Girls only. Right. So.
Let's get yet another Guardian. Who she's known for like literally 45 seconds. Ridiculous. Not complaining though. Mix, customize. Awesome.
I would.
Huh.
Show me your.
Huh?
Look at me.
Oh.
Open your eyes. As I thought. Are you certain?
100%. So, can I?
Uh-huh.
If Yuna wi-
Yes.
Riku's.
So bizarre. Another strange part of the storyline that doesn't really make sense, but you know, never mind.
Just have to be.
But she is useful.
Even though Walk.
Riku.
He never realized Riku was one of them.
Yeah. Weird. Anyway. So, we don't get customized just yet, but it's not long before we do. Just got to do this little bit of Moonflow if I remember correctly.
Wonder.
Treasure chests. Wicked.
Yahoo! You should know.
Hush.
I'm gonna use that item I.
Mixing. Awesome. Mixing's so cool. Boom. That is some damage.
What did you just do?
That was great!
I can combine items and use them like this. It's not that tough, really.
Sweet. Anyway, that's that. All sorted. So now we get Mix, which is obviously wicked. And Riku's grid. It's pretty standard. Get a little bit of magic and accuracy if you go that way. Level 1 to break into Tidus's grid if you want, but we don't need 2 people with Provoke. So I'll just follow her grid around. You can leave her with very low health if you want, and it just makes leveling up a little bit quicker for her, but it doesn't really matter. Leveling up with the Don Tombury trick quicker, but it doesn't really matter. I believe there's a chest to get somewhere along here, and that's the only thing that we've got on this part of it. Get Riku in on the action here.
You gotten any better?
Just watch.
Most of her turns that I get in battle will just be adding steel, so that's good. Tidus got the hit there, always a bonus. Need to change back to the Eye Strike one, really. Might as well get Kimahri a turn. And then Yuna.
All right.
Another easy overkill. So even though those things have really high magic defense, she can overkill them just because of how ridiculous her magic is. Keep on leveling up. I like to have Riku in early because she's very quick. So she can get her turn and steal very early on. Let you get more turns in. Stamina tablet, nice.
You called?
We did. Where's the Eye Strike one? There we go. I'm trying to hit one of these with Oren, but he doesn't have very much chance of actually hitting him. Tidus and Waka should be able to take him out. Alright, so that's one. And that's two. Ah, very good. So Kimahri not only manages to land a hit, but also lands a critical hit, which is cool. More overkills. Who didn't get a turn then? Maybe Tidus. Oh well. He's got a lot of S levels to be making some progress through his grid.
Miss me?
Right, so this thing gets one turn, then we'll just put it to sleep. Uh-huh. Okay, so that's that. Because Tidus is almost dead, we're just going to take him out next time. Finish this thing off with Fyra. It'll only take a couple of hits. Might as well get the extra turn with Lulu. Even though I'm not using her very much, I can use her a little. We'll just take 2 more fires and then we're good. Sorted. $300 AP, nice amount there. The overkill. Heal everybody up because we're just at a save point now anyway. Oh yeah, so that it doesn't really matter at all. I was just thinking in case I got another encounter before we actually went into the Thunder Plains, but I don't think you can actually get encounters in this particular little bit, the room. There is a chest somewhere though, I believe. Maybe not. Am I imagining things? Maybe I am. I could have sworn there was something to pick up here. Nope. Strange. Anyway. So we've got cutscenes and waiting around and Seymour's house and things like that to do. And then we'll finally get customized and be able to customize a first strike weapon and then go and do lightning dodging, which is awesome.
This way, my lady. This way.
Me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, I beg your pardon. I am called Trommel Guado. I am in the direct service of Lord Seymour.
Business with me? Whatever could it be, I wonder?
Please.
Bomb chicka wow wow! That's what it could be. He's got his strangely coloured eyes on you. Oh yeah, customizing equipment. Sweet. Right, so yes, customize stuff. So normally I would buy a strength +5 weapon with a free slot, but I don't need to do that this time for Tidus because I was lucky enough to get the Baroque sword, which is wicked. So from the Chocobo Eater, I got a strength +10 and free slot drop, which is fantastic because I'm going to be using that. So not like I'll need it because I'll have these 3 strength spheres after I've done the lightning dodging, which I've decided I'll probably just do offline, to be honest. But yeah, so as you can see, I'll just reorganize my stuff. Anyway, we'll sort that out in a little bit. Bunch of stuff you can do here. You can talk to Shalinda.
Seems that he's young.
Does he really? Yeah. Oh no! Plus the wrong thing.
They appear quite the phenomenon.
Oh dear.
The owl bed, they say, but only the dead appear. It's a great, maybe the dead, and that little bit, or maybe not, and that.
Oh, please shut up. Iron Giant and lava. Might as well just save it there. There's a ton of stuff to grab in here. Again, normally there's some Albed primers as well. Can't go down there just yet. That's Seymour's house. That's Nav Guado, I think, running around. He's a pretty good player if you want a Blitzball midfielder or defender. He's good. Or he certainly is at higher levels. Bit racist. Just to grab there. Yeah. So yeah, you can talk to the Guado. Sign some of those if you wanted to play some exhibition games and see if their contracts come up. You could do that as well. Lots of interesting team combinations you can get actually. That's the actual Farplane, I think, if I remember. That's Oda. Oda, yeah. Yeah. Right, so elixir to grab there, and here is the shop where I would normally buy that weapon for Tidus, I think. Have a look. Yeah, so you can buy things from here. So like that's the sword I would normally buy for Tidus. And you can buy one for Kimahri and Orin as well if you wanted. And a Devastator for Riku, which I normally do buy. And then you can buy Lightning Ward stuff if you want, which is very useful for the Thunder Planes. So I'll get a Devastator. And then like I say, normally I would buy that as well, but no real need just yet. Oh damn! You can actually buy cheaper stuff from him, but never mind. So Poison Touch for Yuna, that's kind of useful, and Fatal K at Sith, obviously. So yeah, you can buy a cheaper version of the things that I just bought. What an idiot! Oh well, never mind. So wasted a couple of 100 gil there, but no real deal. So yeah, normally you would buy those two, and then you would buy the other thing for Tidus. So duh. Anyway, Dark Touch, not a bad shout for Waka, but better to get a strength +5 and then put Blind Touch on that instead, I would think. You can always come back and buy some of this stuff afterwards if you want as well. So no real drama. But can't believe I forgot that. Never mind. So she doesn't have a Taj yet. Nothing really worth wearing there. Not that she needs it, but you know. So what else do we want here? A Water Strike would be better. A lot of the Thunder Plains enemies are, you know, weak to that. Put the Confuse Ward back on. This has Lightning Ward, so that'll be better for Kimahri there. And also the Tidal Spear, so he'll do more damage. Again, because of Water Strike. Actually, I'm just going to leave him as it is because I like having Sensor on as many people as possible. And I'm just going to add that Devastator there. So what we're going to do is we're finally going to add the first strike to this. Creating Sonic Steel, which is amazing. And will be very, very useful. And then for Orin, we're just going to add to his... well, there's a few things you could do there. You could buy antidotes or echoes, screens, like I say, if they're available for buying. Or you can put strength +3 on or something like that. Or you can even add sensor to it, which is quite useful. So all those are useful, but I'll just stick with that for now. Just going to put sensor on Riku's. I always do that. Useful to have another sensor weapon. Let's see what Owaka actually has for sale there. I didn't look at his items.
Thank you.
Right, so you could buy, instead of buying like a weapon that's already got the ability on, you could buy echo screens or eye drops and customize there. I'm just going to buy those just because. If I ever want to customize them, can be useful. So now if I want to, I can add Silence Touch, Dark Touch, Silence Touch or Dark Touch to a weapon, which is loads of fun. Can't use softs. I thought softs could add Stone Touch, but obviously not. That'd be a bit too good actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, never mind. That makes sense. Anyway, so we've got the ability to add those if we wanted now. Yeah. There's Giera. Alright. Basically, you just speak like a tool. Okay. And that's Yuma. Is Yuma a keeper? I think Yuma's a decent goalkeeper as well. And obviously unsigned and costs half as much as Miyu. So I think she's a free agent keeper and she's pretty good, but I can't honestly remember. So. Right, so just got another chest and stuff to get there. Then we got to go through some cutscenes. And then I'm going to do some lightning dodging off stream because it's boring as heck.
These are the...
They all...
Maester Seymour.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
The last lead... Maester Jiskel.
Yeah. Anyway. If you always speak to Lulu first, you can actually like control the affections and things like that, depending on who you speak to first, which is kind of funny. I've done it once as having Lulu with the affection, I think. So we just got to skip through a load of this stuff again.
There's no temple. Summoners usually...
What? I didn't even ask a question.
You'd rather I say...
No, no. Maybe you find...
Mm.
And maybe that...
Well, there are many things. You're Xanarkin. I suppose I... Still, you shouldn't...
Yeah,
Alright.
I get the feeling he called us up.
Stay on.
Why?
Those with power. Maesters.
Wait. You sure you don't have...
I lived a long...
Ah.
Uh-huh.
What could it...
Anyway, let's get through all this stuff. That's quite some chandelier. So yeah, I'm going to do the lightning dodging, and basically the way I do it is to have first strike and flee with Tidus and the memory cursor,
The death of Lord
and then you can just do that dodging,
He brought the
and you have to dodge 50 lightning strikes. So yeah, dodge 50 lightning strikes and then you're good to go.
Lord Seymour, he will be the but that is not Lord Seymour. He will surely become the
That is enough. Must I always
Yeah, as if you don't love having your ass kissed. Oh, he loves having his ass kicked as well, I would think.
Well,
seems how you give him such a many whoopings through the game.
Please keep this short.
Yeah.
It has been a long...
Yeah, stop being a douche.
Lady...
Boom, chicka what? So that's kind of cool, to be honest. I'll give him that one.
This sphere is a reconstruction created from the thoughts of the dead that wander the far.
Xanarkin. It'd be weird if they saw Tidus. At least that'd prove what he was talking about.
Xanarkin?
Correct. Xanarkin. As it looked 1,000
Xanarkin.
years ago.
Pretty cool.
The great and wondrous Machina city, Xanarkin. She once
Pretty
lived in
cool.
this metropolis.
She who? Yunalesca.
She was the first person to defeat sin and save the world from its ravages. And you have inherited her name.
It was my father who named me.
Lord Braska was entrusting you with a great task. He wanted you to face sin as Lady Yunalesca did. However, Lady Yunalesca did not save the world alone.
Oy.
To defeat the undefeatable sin, it took an unbreakable bond of love, of the kind that binds two hearts for eternity.
Kind of cool armor though. Gotta go through all this stuff. They really don't dress appropriately for like anything other than getting down. Good grief. Suspicious noises there. Don't really have a lot to add at this section. Just like I say, the big thing about how strong you can end up being in this is how, you know, no, you just got yourself exposed to. Anyway, so the big thing here is if you can do the dodging, then it makes an enormous difference. So you dodge 50 lightning strikes, you get 3 strength spheres.
You serious? Hey!
Mate, what a creep.
You know what Yuna must do.
Of course. Lady Yuna, no, all summoners are charged with bringing peace to Spira. But this means more than just defeating sin. She must ease the suffering of all Spira. She must be a leader for the people. I proposed to Lady Yuna as a maester of Yevon.
Spira is no playhouse. A moment's diversion may amuse an audience, but it changes nothing.
Even so, the actors must play their parts. There's no need to answer right away. Please, think it over.
We will do so then. We leave.
Lady Yuna.
Then we will tell you to fuck off. Yeah.
Why are you still
Whatever,
here,
douchebag.
son?
Why are you?
I beg your pardon.
Div.
We Guado are keen to the scent of the Farplane.
Bit of a dead giveaway, that really. I think I did sort of twig. Can't remember. Easy to say that now, but yeah, honestly, I can't remember. Ooh, high potion. How exciting. Anything through there? Nope. Alright. Where am I supposed to go now? I forget. Oh yeah.
Yuna, the High Summon, married in the name of... It would give Spira some...
Sounds just like a passing.
Come on. I mean, What? No. We gotta defeat sin, bro.
You sure picked a fine time to lay this one.
Maybe it.
You serious?
If my getting married, if it
Interesting.
Would make,
So
if I could do that.
anyway,
I never. But I.
see, I don't get married to somebody for somebody else.
I will.
Anyway,
I'm sure that. I am. I must fight.
Like bro.
anyway,
I had to stop. What's there to think?
I'm going.
Anyway.
I'm going to see my.
Go on.
I wondered why. Do you love Seymour?
Weird. Yeah, odd concept. Right. I'll have to think on what I want to actually put on Oren's weapon with that free slot. Some lightning marbles or something around here. There's definitely something to collect here.
Question about this: when somebody dies, so their souls, or but that and you do dead people?
You thinking those funny You'll see once.
Yeah.
Aren't you coming?
I do not belong.
You're scared.
Searching the past. This is all that it. You'd better be gone.
You're not really going to see the... People think of their relatives. They take on the form of the dead person. Well,
What?
I keep my...
Huh?
Memories are nice.
How can Tidus go in then, knowing full well, you know, spoilers, I'm assuming you've seen the game before. Anyway, maybe not. So we just got to go through this, do this cutscene, and then, like I say, I'm going to do the lightning dodging off stream because it's like hella boring. Although I will try and hit a couple of the Farplane enemies, the Thunder Plains enemies, so that I can compare the difference, which is pretty cool. What the?
The Farplane was cool, but I couldn't stop thinking about Yuna. Her parents, they looked so happy together, but it got me worried that maybe seeing them would make Yuna really consider Seymour's proposal.
Why don't you try calling?
Yo, Chapu! Meant to come see you earlier, yeah? Sorry. I know you won't hold it against me. I gave up that game. I'm a guardian from here on, you know? This guy looks a lot like you. Showed up. Traveling with him, I thought maybe you were still alive somewhere, yeah? But then again, here you are on the Farplane. Guess your place is here. So, how you been? Oh, that guy I just told you about? I gave him your sword. He likes it.
Huh? So, Yuna?
I've decided.
Oh, really? That's good.
I remember when I was only 7 years old in Bavel that day. My father had defeated Sin, and the whole town was out in the streets. Everyone was laughing. They all seemed so happy. If I defeated Sin, that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? I must do what everyone wants, not just what I want.
Let's go back. You gotta tell Seymour.
Before that, call Sir Jet. Give it a try.
Huh?
Don't worry. He won't come.
Trying not to think about my old man made me think about him, of course.
See, told you.
He isn't here because he's not dead. He's Sin.
That means he's alive, you know.
What if my old man really is Sin? What would I say?
Does it really?
Heck, to everybody in Spirit. Wait, why should I have to apologize for him anyway? I'd rather never see him again.
What makes
you
hate
exactly.
him so?
Everything he does just makes me mad.
Right.
It was his fault that me and my mother...
Anyway.
Mom?
Oh.
It's her.
She's very pretty.
It's quite sad. Mate.
But...
Sad times.
No one ever performed the sending for her.
She must have accepted death while she was still alive.
Whoa there. That's my mother you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think I just figured something out.
What?
Why I hate my old man.
So I told him what I thought of him right there.
What? Really?
Of course.
I suppose, but... Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Whenever my old man was around, my mother wouldn't even look at me. Maybe that's when I started to resent him, even hate him. When he left us, Mom just lost her energy.
Is she all right?
Why should you care?
If she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
Don't say Mom is gonna die.
I apologize.
The old lady next door told me, when a
Anyway,
lovebird
we just
dies,
gotta go through all
the
this
one
stuff.
left behind just gives up living so it can join its mate. It was just like that. I hated my old man even more. But really, my old man...
Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
Oh, man. I must sound so stupid.
I don't think so.
How embarrassing.
Well, need some more time.
No. I'm ready.
Did I miss something?
Thanks for waiting. I'll go give my answer to Maester Seymour.
Lord Driscoll!
Oh, Lord Driscoll!
He does not belong here.
Why?
Yuna, send him.
It's like really obvious that... Yeah, anyway.
He is Lord Driscoll no more. Send him now.
Send him.
Talk later. We leave now.
What was that just now? That really Lord Disco?
I don't understand how a man like Lord Jiskel can die and not be sent.
I would think that he was sent once, but he stayed on Spira. Something, a powerful emotion, could have bound.
That's against the rule.
It means he died.
Yeah. Anyway, all very circumspect. Don't really have a lot to add during these cutscenes bits, to be perfectly honest. So, we've got a bit of a recap. We're just going to watch one last scene. Then I'm going to go to the Thunder Plains, and I'm actually going to do the lightning dodging with my new first strike weapon for Tidus.
Meet with Maester Seymour.
Yuna, Jisco.
What?
So Lulu, what do you think about Yuna getting married?
As long as the pilgrimage continues, either way's fine.
That's it? What if she doesn't even like the guy? Is that okay?
People marry for many reasons.
What's that mean?
Sometimes marriage doesn't require love, you know? Defeat sin and bring joy to the people of Spira. Get married and bring joy to the people of Spira. For Yuna, they're just two ways down the same road. All you need is determination. If you have that, you don't need love.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
Was the Lady Summoner not with you?
No, she's...
That's Maester...
Oh, I'll be...
That's all. Oh, Maester Seymour left Guadosalam a short while ago.
You serious?
I believe he went... Maester Seymour is...
Whoa,
Lord Jiskel.
Yuna, look.
Okay, so that is Guadosalam all sorted. And what we've got to do next is, like I say, dodge those 50 lightning strikes, and if you can do that, then you just become ridiculously, insanely powerful. And you'll be able to see that. So because we've got Tidus and Waka and Oren and Kimahri all around that area, all of them will get the 12 strength from those 3 strength spheres, as well as the one for +4 we already got for winning Blitzball in Luca.
Come on.
And the 2 HP spheres that Yuna and Lulu also got as well. So that is going to be tremendously overpowered. Now I believe there's a save sphere right at the start of the Thunder Plains. And that is where I'm going to watch this cutscene, and then I will save it. And I'll go and do my 15 lightning dodges, because it may take me a couple of times and it's also insanely boring. So I'll do that afterwards. And then when I've done that, I will load up the...
We head north, not too...
I will load up again and start the next episode opening that chest. So let's just go through this first.
Nice knowing.
And then we'll carry on. Oh, poor Riku. So lightning strikes. Ugh. The Gandalf. Yeah. So there's the. There we go. There's the save sphere. So we'll just go and do that. Oh dear. This is going to be fun. Okay, so I'm just going to save it here. If you are watching on... Oh, started already. If you're watching on YouTube, then please like, comment and subscribe. And this is why we do it using the creator trick or something else. Right, okay. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time for the next episode.